Okay, so let's just ground. Get that strap handy. We'll use it here in just a little while. Set it back here. If you want to come onto your back, you can, because we will go onto our back first. But if you want to sit, you can sit. And you know, we just had a new moon earlier this week, and so I think this is a really precious time to spend our time in yin, but also maybe bringing some awareness. It doesn't even have to be like a spoken, sankalpa or anything that we say, but just energetically inviting ourselves to tune into that feminine energy. And that's the left side of the body. So we begin by maybe closing the eyes and rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Just finding the natural breath. And inviting that lunar energy into our space. That yin energy. That feminine energy that we all have, male or female. We have that half masculine, half feminine energy within us. Sometimes one just might take center stage, and that's okay. Tonight we're here to balance that yang with the yin. And to maybe tune into our yin energy. Maybe our yin is at center stage a lot. Maybe our yang is. So we'll just notice without judgment. That yin energy is passive. It's that part of us that might be thinking, reflecting, that informs that active, moving part of us, masculine. It's the right hemisphere of the brain, the left side of the body, the creative part, the nurturing part. Let's bring our hands out in front of us. Bring the right arm underneath, the left arm on top, and find our eagle arms. You can have the backs of your hands together, or maybe the palms together. You can lift the elbows and then just relax them down, maybe in front of the heart, in front of the chest. Just imagine our body just melding the hemispheres of the brain, working together and crossing just like our arms, our hands. Finding balance. One more breath right here. Now exhale, let's release the hands and come right onto our backs. On our backs, we'll just begin with a little pranayama. You can keep your feet on the floor, knees to the sky. The knees can come together with the feet wide. We'll come into our Dirga breath, which is a 3-part breath. So it's really supportive to come onto the ground because we can really notice the belly rise when we're on the ground. You can even place your hand on the belly. Our breath, those 3 parts, we fill the stomach, then the low chest or the chest, and then the base of the neck. So filling all parts of our lungs. So just a couple natural breaths. Then we'll inhale, fill the stomach, chest, the throat. Exhale down the stomach first, then the chest and the throat. Inhale the stomach, chest, highest chest. And you can exhale with the stomach first or the top of the chest. Either way, exhale. And inhale the stomach, the mid-chest, chest, and then upper chest. And then exhale in 3 parts. Inhale the stomach, the chest, the low neck. And exhale the stomach, maybe the chest and the neck. Last time, inhale, the stomach lifts, the chest, and the base of the throat. And then exhale, let it go. Now let's find our strap. Hopefully it's handy. We're going to make a big loop with it. So I don't have my loop made yet, so I'm going to just put in my foot to get all the kinks out and the tangles out. We're going to come into our hammock first. We haven't done this one in a while. I think it's actually been since we were in the studio. So find that loop. And so you put the strap through both of the buckles and then just bring that end over the one that's closest to the end and then pull it through. And then once you get that long loop made, put the buckle up towards the foot and then put it kind of on towards the ball and then inside towards the calf, because we want to have it accessible to be able to adjust. Now that left foot, the leg can be long or the foot can be on the floor. Now loop the strap so it comes behind the head onto that low part of the head. So it kind of goes behind the ears, behind that head. And then press that foot into the strap. And we have the buckle where we can adjust it, so that way if we need to make this loop smaller, we can. So get that loop at the right size to start. And when you're ready, get that around the back of the head, the base, the skull, where those occipitals are. Yes, and then just let the head relax in the strap. If this is uncomfortable in the sense that you're afraid the strap will fly off, put a pillow underneath. That makes you feel a little better. So we can completely relax. And the back of the leg open. Beginning to soften. This surrender here in our hammock, setting the tone for our practice as we consider that we are going to allow ourselves to let go, inviting some trust into our space. Some feminine energy into our space. And if we feel that that is already normally here, then we balance it. Inviting balance of our energies. Maybe slowly lengthening the exhales. Closing the eye. Letting the roof of the mouth drop the tongue down so the tongue is free. Maybe your next exhale is nice and suspended to allow for a little bit more relaxation in the nervous system. inviting the back of the neck to lengthen. And there's no effort involved. Let's slowly begin to count down from 5. And 4. And 3. Exhale 2. And 1. Now breathe in. Your next exhale brings your hands to that strap, bending the knee. Let's bring the head, lift the head up, release the head, let it come down to the floor. And then grab that strap, releasing it from the foot. And now let's extend that right leg nice and long. Coming into our first rebound of the evening. Legs are flat, back is flat. Letting that chi just move through the body. Maybe noticing the back of the right leg compared to the back of the left. Now let's hug that left knee into the chest. Maybe both hands draw the shin in. And now with that strap, maybe we need to adjust it and make it bigger. If you think you can start at the same size as the other side, then just leave it where it is. Bring the strap to the ball of the foot, lift the foot high to the sky. And then find that perfect length so you can hold onto the strap with both hands, loop it around the back of the head. And then be here now. Find that right leg be straight out, and maybe the foot is just relaxed, or bring the foot to the floor if that feels a little better on the back. Begin to slowly relax the face and lengthen the exhales, signaling to that nervous system to relax and that it's a safer space that we're in. Practicing our surrender. Practicing some lightness. Some reflection. Exhale. Really good job. Exhale, sigh. letting go of our thoughts if they come in. Just for our time together tonight, let's just create some space where we try to be really present. Always come back to the breath. Always come back to the physical sensations in the body. And now slowly beginning to count down out of this shape. Exhale for 5. Exhale for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1 last exhale. And bringing hands to that strap. You can bend the knee, then lift the head up, sliding the strap behind the head and lowering the head down to the floor first. Move that strap off the foot, extend that leg really long. Yeah, really good job. Maybe rest with palms up to receive and let that chi flow without any effort, just moving and healing as it flows. And now as we lie here on our back, you have an intention for tonight's practice. Invite it into your space. So maybe you have a particular aspect that you'd like to balance. Now is the time to bring that into your space. And now holding that space and being in that intention, just visualize what it would feel like to have that manifested, whether it be balanced to an aspect or a particular intention that you set. Visualize it and feel it with every cell of your body. Feel yourself living with the manifestation of your intention. And then your next deep breath in, hold it at the top. And then exhale and let it be so. We'll gently roll over to one side, maybe over to the right side so we can all be on the same page, because I'll roll to my right side first. Now on the right side, we're going to lift our right arm up and kind of bring it forward. And then come on to the stomach, bring that right arm out like a T. So now it's kind of to the side. And now roll back onto your right side so you're kind of on the front of the shoulders forward. And the hand is behind you. Bend the knees to help us have some support. If you have a pillow, you can bring a pillow under your head. I'm going to grab one here in a minute. So find that pillow under the head. The arm is behind you. And then bring the left arm up to the sky. And then bring it behind you. And just let it hang out behind the back. Or maybe you bring that right arm down towards the left arm. And then you pull it up. And you can bring your arms out behind you. I'm going to turn so you can see what that looks like. From behind. So the right arm is on the bottom. Bind the hands together. Pull them up. And then roll onto that shoulder. You can keep that left hand on your hip or just behind the back. It doesn't have to clasp the hand. This is our starfish pose. Just imagine a starfish maybe in the sun or just crawling along the bottom of the ocean. Slowly breathing in and out. Maybe the exhale gradually becoming a little bit longer than the inhale. If there's any discomfort at any point, maybe find an adjustment. I just released my clasp with the hands. So let my hand kind of come in front. My left palm is on the floor now. My right palm, did I say right? Right palm. Maybe noticing some slight compression, maybe in the back of that upper back, the shoulder blade. Maybe in the shoulder, our lung and heart meridians. A little compression. Releasing any grief with the lungs or fear in the heart to create space for that love, that wholeness. One more breath. Now a deep exhale, maybe sigh. We'll count down from 5, 4, 3, exhale 2, exhale 1. Now gently maybe bring that left arm forward, the palm can come down. You can roll onto your stomach if you want, or onto your back for your rebound. I'm going to turn my head onto the pillow, my right arm come to the side, my left arm down to the side. Staying on my stomach. Just feeling that energy release and be free. One more breath in. Exhale, let it go. Now extending that left arm out like a T. Then rolling over onto the left side. And bend the knees So the knees are kind of in line with the hips and the ankles with the knees. And you can stay here just with that left arm out. My right arm is kind of behind the back. Maybe you bring those hands together and then pull up. We want to stay rolled onto that shoulder. And sometimes we might find that it feels tingly, and that's okay. But if it feels like it's pain that's shooting instead of just like a little bit of numbness, if you have a little bit of compression that seems to be cutting off some circulation, just be mindful if it's pain or just a little bit of kind of cutting off circulation. We're not going to be here long enough to lose a limb. Breathe in and out. Closing the eyes, softening the stomach. Maybe noticing if any emotions come up. And create space for them, but bring it back to the present moment. What are we holding in this moment? Maybe breathing into that left shoulder and feeling that breath expand across the chest to the right shoulder, up across that right shoulder to the hands. Giving ourselves permission to come out of the shape completely, to make any adjustments to fit our body, our shape, our mind. Now let's breathe in, pause at the top and hold the breath, and then exhale, sigh. And let's count it down for 5. Exhale 4. Exhale 3. And 2. And 1. Releasing the hands if they were clasped. Bringing the right arm up, over. Yeah, nice and slow. There's no rush out of this one. Yeah, good job. And then you're invited onto your stomach or onto your back for that rebound. You're noticing already, even as you make your way through the rebound, how this is feeling in the body and where this energy might flow as we come into a neutral position. Breathing in and out. Maybe noticing if you feel the chi in the body moving in a certain direction or at a certain pace. And now with added awareness, let's find maybe a blanket or our block. I'm going to use a blanket tonight, but you're welcome to use a block. I'm going to fold my blanket maybe block-ish height. We're going to come into our supported bridge. So bring your feet to the ground and have that block at the side. Get the shoulder to be on the ground. Kind of get set up for that bridge pose. Press the feet into the ground, lift the hips, and then slide the blanket or the block. If the block is there, kind of bring it so the bottom of that block is right at the top of that little crack that we have on this side of the body. If it's a blanket, bring it to that same spot, but it's not quite as crucial because we won't feel that it's a little softer. And now from here, you can keep the feet on the ground. Knees can come together. And let's bring our arms up and behind us. So even though this is a beautiful, supportive shape for, say, the stomach, meridian across the tops of the legs, or even the spleen, liver, kidney on the inside of the leg, we're going to focus on, again, those lung and heart meridians in the arms along the shoulder. So with that being said, an option to let the legs be long. If you want to keep them bent, that's okay. Maybe let out a side exhale to arrive. And knowing that we can adjust anywhere and at any time. But surrendering into the shape. Just letting go. The heart just a little bit lower than the hips. The circulatory system, just like when we had that foot in the strap, just giving a little bit of a different sensation for that circulatory, respiratory system. Close eyes. Our subtle body being completely absorbed in our intention, and our energy field completely taking on that intention to manifest. Let it be so. Noticing any tension or holding in the body. Just letting it go. But recognizing any sensations that might be supportive to that transformation. Let's breathe in. Breathe out. Now slowly exhale for 5. And exhale for 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Can slowly bring the hands towards the sky and then down to the side, bringing the feet to the floor if they weren't there already. Good job. Press the feet down, press the glutes up to lift, slide that out from underneath. Moving the blanket to the side or the block, and then coming down into our rebound. So down in that rebound. Noticing where that release is coming. Lots of different areas of compression and tension in that last shape. Exhale. Releasing any chi, releasing any excess energy, or just letting out a sigh. And now we're going to come into a standing forward fold. So roll over. Now come up to your feet. And this is a perfect example as we come up to our fold. Notice how active this feels in a yin practice. Maybe grab opposite elbows, let the head hang. When we're doing our yang practice, that vinyasa, this usually feels pretty passive, or it can feel pretty passive, right? When we're in a yin pose, it has a different kind of relationship with the rest of the shapes. It's much more active. This is that masculine energy in our yin practice, where it might seem more like yin energy, feminine energy, passive, active vinyasa class. So allow this to kind of shed some perspective that we can take things in context and look at things in context. So this is creating some balance for us right now in our yin practice. Let's nod the head yes and shake the head no. And then we'll exhale, come down to our back. And notice that chi after a standing forward fold in yin class. How does that feel? In the middle of a yin practice. We let out a sigh. Let's bring one foot to the ground so we can roll over to log roll over to the side. So whichever leg makes sense to roll over to the side. Let's come up to the seat, and there's no rush to get there. Taking your time. Now when we get up here to this seat, let's bring backs of our legs down. I'm going to bring a blanket to use. I'll show you why in a second. We're going to come into caterpillar. So we're going to sit in our fold now. We just stood for it. Let's sit. Let the legs come to the earth. Let the feet be floppy. And inhale to bring the arms up. Maybe grabbing the hands or opposite elbows if you want. Stretch. And then bring the heart forward, kind of towards the knees. Then it's like we're rounding that crown of the head towards the knees. So we can round the spine a lot. Let the hands come to the legs. Now I like to have my blanket here because I like to rest my arms on it and then rest my head on my arms. Sometimes I use a block and just stack my head on a block. So come into whatever's comfortable. And I'm actually going to even grab my block because I'm going to put my blanket over me. Beginning to cool down a little bit with the windows open and this yin practice. The energy of the moon is cool, the moon is dark. Just like our yin, just like that feminine energy, it's a little cooler. Oh. You can always fold deeper than what you would if you had a block stacked up. Just coming into whatever shape is right for you. Let's imagine this shape with no goal. There's no goal for this shape. On your next inhale, imagine the breath coming in the sole of the left foot. That in breath moves up the leg, up the left side of the body, to the left shoulder, up the neck, and over to the right side of the head. And your exhale from the left side of the head down the right side of the neck, the right shoulder, and the right side of the body at the right foot. Inhale the right sole of the foot up the right side of the body to the left side of the head. Exhale the right side of the head. Down the left shoulder, down the left side, out the left foot. Inhale in the left sole of the foot, up the left side of the body, over to the right side of the head, and then over to the left, out the right side of the body, up the right sole of the foot, and then just find your normal breath as the body integrates. Nice job. Let's inhale. And exhale for 5. Exhale for 4. Exhale 3. Exhale 2. Exhale 1. Then our next exhale, we'll just slowly bring ourselves up with the shoulders over the hips. Maybe roll the neck just a couple times. Then come on to your back. You can always come onto your stomach for your rebound too. I'll take my blanket with me. That chi as if it were that glitter or snow in a snow globe that we shake up in that pose. And then our rebound allows it to settle. Moves and moves around and the rebound settles. Now breathe in. Exhale, let it go. Now finding your strap if it's still handy. You can undo the loop that you have, or just keep the loop there, and we can just use it, the part that is looped. Just use it flat, but bring your knees into your chest. And now find that back flat on the ground. Cross the left leg over the top of the right. Kind of like a pretzel. This is our reclined shoelace. Now bring the strap across kind of that right shin, that shin that's underneath. So it's kind of across both shins. But sometimes that's helpful, just below the knee there. You want to hug those in. I'm going to cover myself with a blanket. That strap is there. to bring those knees in if you want. Otherwise, just grab the feet. You can also grab the feet and kind of hug those legs in as well. So whatever is going to feel most comfortable for you, grabbing feet or that strap across the shin or the knee. Maybe feeling some compression in that left hip flexor, maybe the outer hips. Releasing the breath. This is pretty active for that stomach meridian. So maybe noticing if any worry comes up. This might stimulate worry, or it might stimulate security and knowing. Maybe different parts of the body are physically coming to the surface at different times. Noticing the right outer hip or the low back, or maybe even the shoulders. With each exhale, becoming a little more present. Now one more breath in. And then we exhale and begin to count down for 5. Exhale for 4. 3. Exhale 2. Exhale for 1. Now let's either release the strap or release the hands from the feet. Now rather than come directly into our rebound, let's just uncross the legs and bring the soles of our feet together. The knees come out wide for a reclined butterfly. Opening up the hips that we just compressed as hip flexors. Going deeper into awareness. Deeper into receptivity and surrender. Maybe noticing where the mind goes when we find some stillness. Where is our energy when we're still? Next breath, maybe let the exhale out with a sigh. And exhale for 5, 4, exhale 3, 2, exhale for 1. Maybe hold the bottom of the exhale after you get every last air out. Pause. Release. And a deep inhale. And then sigh. Now bring the knees up to the sky and maybe feet to the floor. Cross that right leg over this time. So the right leg is on top. You can grab those feet and pull those feet kind of towards the glutes, or that strap can come across the leg below the knee. And finding yourself grounded in the present moment, maybe by keeping the awareness on the different locations of the physical response of the shape. Or maybe the mind is able to stay present on its own, to keep the mind steady, however that works for you. Maybe notice if you're trying to squeeze the legs together, and you don't have to do that. Just let that right leg come across the left and just rest. The feet with a strap, kind of pull them towards your chest. Bringing some feminine energy, allowing that feminine energy to really come to the forefront or come into balance. Noticing if you're holding your breath, if you're able to keep a steady breath. Exhale. Deep inhale as we begin our exhale. We're fine. And 4. Deep inhale. Exhale for 3. And 2. Exhale. And 1. Final exhale. Release the hands from the feet or the strap from the hands. And gently lifting the right leg up and bringing the left leg down. Then let's find Shavasana. So our rebound into Shavasana as this energy settles into complete rest. You need to bring the feet together to open up the hips. You can honor yourself. Maybe you need some legs up the wall. Maybe enjoy your rebound first and then any movement. Relaxing the face. Allowing the body to unravel, allowing the body to surrender. Allowing everything to just be. Let's begin to bring our awareness to our breath. Now wiggle the toes and the fingertips. Maybe move the head side to side. We'll close with our Dirga Pranayama, so we'll stay on our backs. That's our inhale into the stomach and the chest and the low neck. You can either exhale in 3 parts, lowering the upper chest and the stomach, or exhaling out the abdomen, the chest, and the base of the neck. So we'll inhale into the stomach and fill the chest, fill the low throat, and exhale, maybe low throat, chest, stomach. Inhale, stomach, chest, low throat. Exhale, low throat, chest, stomach falls. Inhale, stomach rises, chest, then the base of the neck. Then the base of the neck drops, chest drops, stomach drops. Inhale, stomach, chest, upper chest, low neck. Exhale, upper chest, stomach. One more, breathe in the stomach, chest, low neck. Exhale, low neck, chest, stomach. Now pause and just come into your natural breath. And whenever you're ready, you can either stay on your back and remain here as long as you'd like, or you can roll over to one side slowly and then come up to a seat. You can rest your hands in your lap or bring them to prayer. Let's close with the sound of 3 ohms, and then we'll close with our Om Shanti. Let's breathe in. Regular exhale. And breathe in for Om. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Peace.